Hey, girl. You're a good girl, huh? Are you cold? Are you really? Like, she just shivered. Here, you want under the blanket? Here you go. Yeah, better. How is he at? See, that's so much better. Thank you. Hi, guys. That's so much better. You're so cold. Your little princess. Your little princess is cold. That's my port. Gotta be careful. Oh no, the princess. Oh, princess. Oh, hello, princess. Yeah. Hello, princess. Princess. Princess Maya. Oh my goodness. Oh, Princess Maya wants attention. Oh, Princess Maya. Yes, ma'am. Stop petting you. What do you do? Oh, we invade my personal bubble more. Oh, that was a nice yawn. Are you getting sleepies? What now? Oh, you want back. Okay. Princess Maya. Y'all, I can't with her sometimes. Alright, how you guys doing? All hail Queen Maya. For real, this is how she sleeps, like on the bed with us under the blanket. Or she legitimately like gets cold. She has a bed in here. She has her cot in the living room. Like she has options, but this is where she sleeps. The medical ID bracelet, that one, the small, not the one because I've got one on my watch, but the actual bracelet. It's a double-sided medical ID bracelet, and it was off. I think I got it off of Amazon. Hang on, I gotta hold you guys on my knees here. Um, but yeah, it's double-sided, so the back is engravable as well, and so it does flip. I'm good. How are you guys doing? A lot of you are watching through service dogs. Isn't that fun? I haven't been live in a while. I don't got time anymore. Like, I either feel like crap and just like really don't feel like doing it, or like legitimately I just don't have the time. Oh, Zoe's a cute name. You want to hear a little rant? Um, so I was supposed to get a delivery today with medical supplies from my um, uh, infusion pharmacy company, whatever you want to call it. I had to swap infusion pharmacies because the one I've been with for years closed down. So I had to swap, and had to swap a couple weeks back. And I was supposed to get my delivery with medical supplies in today. This is like all of my like stuff for my saline bags, my all my stuff for my pump, everything for my port. And I even called the pharmacy today, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to make sure, because we had touched on Friday about delivery options and when they'd be able to get it out, and they said Monday. And so I called like at like 4:20 because they closed at like around 5. And so I called around 4:20, and I was like, hey, I've been waiting, and usually I have my shipments by now. I just wanted to confirm that you guys, did get it sent out. And she confirmed the delivery date was supposed to be today and that everything on their end was fine. Yet, I never got my delivery. She said it would have been like by end of day, by 7 o'clock. What time is it? Uh, yeah, so it's 9:17, and I never got it. So, there's my rant. Oh, Yeah, because I'm in the Birmingham area. Why do I feel bad displacing my dog in my bed so he can be same though. Oh my gosh, Colorado to Arkansas. I have family in Arkansas. My grandmother's actually buried in Arkansas. Oh, I know that. Cannot stand those ads. Y'all want to see something? A strong, independent woman. I try. Look into my. Ooh, yeah. Me strong. Okay. Kansas. That makes me think of Dorothy. I'm sorry, but it does. It's Happy National Girlfriend Day. I need to be somebody's girlfriend. Hey, it's National Girlfriend Day. I need to be somebody's girlfriend.
Why? She's right next to you.
You were supposed to ask me to be your girlfriend.
I can't be a girlfriend.
You were supposed to ask me to be your girlfriend.
Oh, you're my wife.
But I want to be a girlfriend for the day so I can celebrate National Girlfriend Day.
Well, we still celebrate.
Get a dog. Do you have to be on disability to get a service dog? No, you do not have to be on disability to get a service dog. Being on disability or not being on disability would not affect that, as disability would not cover a service dog anyway. No insurance does. You do have to be disabled, but not on disability. And sorry, I did miss that comment earlier. I meant to respond. Yes, I have heard of service dogs for asthma, and yes, they are a thing. Let's see. No, you do not. You have to have a disability, but you do not have to be on disability. So in the United States, there is a it's like a type of government insurance, I guess that you would call it. So like Social Security type thing, and basically you can apply to receive it, and they have to find you legally disabled in their definition, and then they will give you benefits, and so that can give disabled people like insurance benefits and things like that. But you do not have to have disability, the government insurance disability, to have a service animal, but you have to have a disability, as in some type of illness that would require the need of a service animal. I hope that clears that up a little bit, makes that easier to understand. I'm going to show y'all the cutest little thing. Shabam. This is somebody I haven't introduced. When I have free time, what am I binging? Currently, I am re-binging Grey's Anatomy. I usually just have it playing in the background, though. I'm home all the time, so I usually have background noise going. And I've watched the series so many times that it's just kind of like background noise. Don't know if you can see half of his crap over there. I gotta get those boxes out, but there's some of his stuff. And then there's like this humongous thing. So. I'm spoiled. You're gonna rub against the phone. Come here. Come on, Meow Meow. You just gonna lay at the end of the bed? Maui. There you go, good boy. Maui here loves belly rubs. Do belly rubs is your favorite. Do Which is your favorite? Oh, yeah. Ooh, new Lucifer season?
Lucifer's over.
No, there's going to be a new Lucifer in Maze in the upcoming show on Netflix called The Sandman. Huh. I'll have to check that out. That didn't make sense, but it made sense. You do not have to be in a service dog training program in the United States. If you train them yourself, it is optional, but if you are able to, I advise it because it does help give you more. Think of like a paper trail of your dog's training. So that's why I also advise the AKC CGC test, which is the Canine Good Citizen, and then there's a community Canine Good Citizen and an urban Canine Good Citizen, all of which are 3 different things that you can take, and these are kind of what you get from that. And things like that will help give you, Maui, good boy. Things like that will help give you a good paper trail of your dog's training. So anything that you can do to prove your dog's training, if you ever needed it in some type of legal situation, obviously doing it is a good idea, but you do not have to. If you are traveling overseas and things like that, it might be easier if you have a program that you're a part of, but again, you don't have to. Oh, hi, Jennifer and Gray. Yeah, Maya does the orbit task. If you guys have, if you've watched my videos where she goes around me, basically it's like her spin, but it's where she goes around me in circles. That's orbit. What are you doing? Stop. Aw, thanks, Latoria. We miss you too.
What's up, Latoria? I haven't seen Latoria
You're
in a while.
thinking of getting, well, I haven't been live in a while.
Oh, gee.
I'm thinking of getting a service dog. What is your advice? Be prepared. I think most handlers are not prepared for the access issues. They're not prepared educationally, and they're not educated well on the laws, or the amount of training, the amount of tension that having a dog will bring you. So just prepare yourself in all aspects. Yes, there are service dogs for physical disabilities, and I do know patients who have spina bifida and other similar conditions that do have service dogs, and those are typically referred to as mobility assistant service dogs, and they can do things from assisting you mobility-wise to retrieving items. So essentially the same thing that Maya does. We have a, well, not exactly the same thing, obviously. I don't have spina bifida. But like we have a mobility harness, we're able to use that. That's a type of mobility assistance, what she does. And then the retrieval with her picking up items and bringing them to me, those would be similar tasks that dogs can do for patients with spina bifida. Somebody said mushrooms? Why? I love portobello mushrooms. Since when do I have a cat? Since I got him. I haven't really posted him. This is Maui, though. And yes, Maui like the demigod, or Maui like Moana, however you wanna refer to it. Oh my gosh. Excuse you. Ah, you don't bite me like you little devil. He's really sweet though. He's in playful mood now. This is like when he starts getting spunky, is about now, and then he starts like going nuts. Hi, Fire. You know what's funny? Fire knew about the cat before anybody else did. I have a favorite gear store. I don't think I have a favorite, but I do have a few that I like to use. I'm just reading through comments, guys. Best breeds for a psychiatric service dog. I think things like labs, goldens, even poodles are good breeds for psychiatric service dogs. Keep in mind that a specific breed does not always matter. It's more about the dog's personality. Like generally, you'll see a lot of like German shepherds as service dogs, but like better if they're program trained, because German shepherds are pretty prone to picking up on anxiety, which I mean obviously you would want in a psychiatric service dog, but the issue with things like German shepherds is a lot of times it's not that they just pick up on the anxiety, it's like they also they will display the anxiety themselves, and so when the handler gets anxious, the dog will get anxious. And so typically when people talk about psychiatric service dogs, I try to kind of steer them away from the idea of a German shepherd. Do something more like a lab or a poodle or a golden retriever if you're looking for breed specific. If you're able to work with a trainer and pick out a good German shepherd candidate, that's okay, but like owner training, not always the best. Again, there's plenty of German shepherds out there that make great psychiatric service dogs, but the breed particularly is known to distribute the anxiety that their handlers give off, and the dog to also have anxiety, which you don't want. I mean, every dog has prey drive. You know, like poodles. What are poodles? You know, trained originally? What were they originally bred for? You know, a lot of these dog breeds, like golden retrievers, they were bred to retrieve animals, to jump into water and retrieve the ducks that were being shot out of the sky, or to go retrieve the dead bird. It's not, I can't sit here and say that, oh, well, don't do this dog because it has a prey drive, but do this dog because it doesn't. Every dog has a prey drive, and it really doesn't matter what they were originally bred for, because you can train that prey drive. You can train that impulse control to not react on a prey drive and to control the dog's impulses so that they don't react. Maya is a mutt. She's got like 16 freaking breeds in her. She's primarily a pit bull and chow from the DNA test. And she has an insane prey drive. Like, she has a really, really good drive, like overall toy drive, prey drive, food drive, which toy drive is essentially prey drive. They're going after the toy, which essentially is a type of prey drive. And you can train impulse control for all of that. It doesn't matter what the dog breed is. You can train them to control their impulses and not react on the prey drive, but every dog's gonna have prey drive. I have 4 birds in the background. I have 4 lovebirds. And no, they definitely don't sense or give me any type of help. If anything, they drive me up the wall. They really enjoy when I am talking on the phone to start, or talking in general, to start squawking as loudly as they possibly can, and all 4 of them will yell and profusely yell and squawk, and it actually causes me a pretty bad migraine sometimes. But no, if anything, they add on to my stress rather than fix it. The odd goats. Technically, service dogs can be of assistance for situations like what you're describing, but if you're not sure or if you're wondering, I highly advise you to consult with your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you that you specifically need a service dog or that a service dog specifically is good for you, you would need to discuss with your doctor. Are there people who have service animals with issues similar to yours? Yes, but still discuss with your doctor. What if you train the hamster really well? So you mean it's not gonna have a heart attack and flop dead in 10 seconds? I am not training protection for service hamster. No. No. I don't want a hamster. I've had hamsters. I had hamsters when I was a kid. I don't want a hamster. Does anybody remember Monet, the blind hamster I had like 4 years ago? He was a pet store rescue because he was blind. Anyway, he was an asshole. I mean, granted, he was blind. I'd probably be an asshole too if I was a blind little hamster, and hamsters are pretty known to be anxiety ridden and have random heart attacks and just not be able to handle it and fall dead, but still. Fire Iron is joking. Look, if you're new to my channel, take everything Fire Iron says with a grain of salt. Fire Iron is
My man.
we love Fire. We love Fire. He is very much a trickster, very much a jokester. He will sit here.
My man.
You'll see at points me and him going back and forth at it, but we're genuinely really good friends. We actually talk a good bit off of lives. We actually message.
I wish I could see the comments right now because he's probably Austin in the background.
Let's see what he's saying. But yeah, just Fire is. He's not serious most of the time. Most of the time. Sometimes. He said something to someone named Leanne that made me laugh, and now I'm choking. I hate love you. Hey, Fire. Careful what you choke on. Oh gosh. I'm gonna wheeze.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Do you have an inhaler? If you're gonna wheeze, make sure there's an inhaler close by. Oh, that's awful of me. Fire, it's just you in social settings? Well, I think it's just you in general. Or me and my mom gonna end up doing the sit down. I mean, I'm sure we will at some point. It's not a big priority or big concern. I actually kind of went off on TikTok earlier today, if you guys missed that. It was the last post I made. Because somebody wanted to keep commenting the same things. I really didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to make the video. I didn't want to respond. I kept just deleting the comments and blocking them. And then it was I think their third account, because they kept trying to respond to my mother. And my mom had already seen the comments, but I just didn't want to address it. I didn't want to talk about it. And they didn't stop. So finally I kind of went off. And then my mom was basically in the comment of that video where I went off. Stop it, you can't talk about it. But me and my mom, she's kind of her point today in the comment was we know the truth. Us, our friends, our family, we know the truth. And my mom, she was basically they should be giving you grace, so let's give them the same courtesy and give them the same grace basically that they're not giving you, and essentially just leave them be and enjoy, our life and our part of, this big world. But at some point, I'm sure we will. It's not really a big priority, but I'm sure it will happen at some point. See, I'm right now, I think I'm smack dab in the middle of season 10. I've watched Grey's Anatomy. Now, granted, I kind of grew up watching Grey's Anatomy with my mom. And then, I don't know, over the past 10 years, I've probably watched Grey's Anatomy, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 times through. But it's a good oldie. And it's a good one to have just kind of playing in the background. Fire Iron, you ass! He quoted me saying, I would probably be an asshole if I was blind, end quote. What do you mean would be? He's calling me an asshole. You're calling me an asshole. am an asshole. And y'all don't want to hear me talk about the things.
When it's got a crack in it.
But we can talk about assholes now. I don't think everybody really wants to talk asshole.
Yeah, so anyways.
I don't talk about Apollo or Iris, you guys, okay? It's not, I don't want to talk about it. That's the second comment. I just don't want to talk about it. Obviously, he's not here, so let's just leave it at that because I don't want to talk about it. It's a very emotional thing that I don't want to discuss. Yes, talking to your therapist about a service dog, or your psychiatrist about a service animal, as far as a psychiatric service animal, would be a good way to go. Okay, if I ever get a hamster, which I'm not, unless, like, my 6-year-old decides he wants a hamster, even then, like, I'll try to steer him more towards a rabbit instead of a hamster. Thanks. But no, I don't plan on getting a hamster. I do not have Max, but he does live a couple of houses up from me with my aunt and my cousin, and I get to see him a lot. Ooh, the grasshopper would fit in my pocket better. And Max is doing really great, you guys. He's old. He's getting old, but can we call Dom's new service fish fire? Well, I do have a fish somewhere in the turtle tank. It's a little algae eater. And I do have a little 10-gallon, 5-gallon, maybe it's a 5-gallon tank. Anyway, it's outside on the porch full of tadpoles right now because we had some frogs that decided they wanted to lay eggs in Liam's kiddie pool. And me and Austin have been saving all of them. And they're outside on the porch. If you want to name all of them fire, go for it. There's probably, I don't even know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's close to 100 freaking, most of them are still developing eggs, but it's obviously different babies, different spawns from different mothers, but there's some tadpoles, and then there's others that are developing eggs, and if you want to name them all, sure. Don't ask me why we're saving the tadpoles. I guess I wanted a freaking frog army. I don't know. But there's a shit ton of tadpoles. Burr, you know what? You take 50%. Alright? It's gonna be, how about this? Burr fire. It's like burnt fire without the NT. Burr fire. Fire burn. Fire burns. Fire burr. I don't know. 50-50. Y'all fight over it. Fire, burr. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Fight! Teddy bear hamsters are cute. I'll give them that. Okay, what color is your puppy? And is it a boy or a girl? Bark it. I'm not training the fish. Nope. Not doing it. Thank you, guys. Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire 5. The possibilities are endless. I know! There you go. You get a name tag for each one. How am I feeling? How's the nausea? I am, in this moment, I'm feeling pretty good. The day was a little rough, but I'm feeling a little better towards the end of the day. Right now, my nausea has been a lot more managed. I'm on more medications and stuff, though. But you know what? I'm gonna take it because I'm able to eat more. Like, I'm not staying quite as sick. I'm on, they changed up some meds, they increased other dosages, they added some new ones in, and so with the new regimen we got going on, I am definitely feeling a lot better. I still have some pretty bad nausea episodes, but they're not as frequent. It's not like the constant nausea that I was experiencing before, and so for that I'm very grateful. Oh no, what color is your dog? Not the color of the nose. What color is your dog? Brown? Is your dog gray? Is your dog black? Is your dog white? Is what color is your dog? And it's a girl, so we got a girl pit. And what color? Oh, thanks, Nicole. Good luck at college. You know what? I don't like fish. I used to like fish. I had like 4 freaking aquariums. I say I'm never gonna do fish tanks again, but I can't say that because I can definitely see myself doing fish tanks again. Callie, is it normal for my service dog to also alert on other people? It is not uncommon for service dogs to alert to other people. So Maya, you guys have probably seen the videos of us working with some other service dog teams. The yellow lab Eli from Canine Companions that we work with, if you guys have seen videos, his handler, when we have been out, because we meet up a lot, we're really good friends, and so we do quite a few meetups, and we'll continue to in the future. She's a really good friend of mine. Anyway, like Maya has alerted to her before for her heart rate being elevated, and so it is not uncommon for service dogs to alert to other people because, like, medical stuff and things like that, it is a scent that they have been trained to recognize, and so when they recognize that scent, it's not uncommon for them to alert. And so your dog can do that by either directly alerting that individual or alerting you for that individual smell. So your dog could, if your dog paws to alert, your dog could paw that person as an alert, or maybe your dog paws you but you're fine and it's actually like the other person. But Maya, like specifically Maya, directly alerted our friend with her that has the Canine Companion service dog. Maya directly alerted her, and so it's not uncommon. I can't say much about downsides to a poodle as a service animal, as I have never owned a poodle. But there are some Kismet. Does anybody know their Instagram handle? I can't remember it. There is somebody that has a service poodle. His name is Kismet, and they would probably be a really good one to go talk to about poodles being a service animal and downsides and upsides to that. If you'll just look in the comments, I'm sure somebody will. I think it's like simply Kismet, I think is their handle. But it's a black poodle. Yeah, Fire, I don't think you're gonna stand a chance. Thanks for tuning in, Ruth. Oh my god, Burr, Fire, I love y'all. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the cats. I don't think I've talked about it at all. I'm not sure, but I definitely don't want to talk about it. It's a very emotional, upsetting thing. The boys are doing really good, and I love you. Hope you've been well, Allison. Oh, well, that got morbid really fast. Max, that one guy over there. Thank you for that. One time when I was a kid, I thought I was rescuing tadpoles out of a mud puddle. And I had a cat. His name was Nicky. I've got a tattoo of his paws right here on my side for those of you that have seen that. That was the same cat. Anyway, I had these tadpoles in like a little cup sitting on the porch. I don't know. I was probably like freaking 8, 9 years old. And I looked away, me playing with whatever I'm playing with, and my cat knocked over the cup. And I looked back. Well, there's tadpoles scattered on the porch stair, and my cat started eating them. So that's what that reminds me of. I don't like tadpoles because it's like I was traumatized as a child watching blood and tadpoles, and I can't. So I really don't like tadpoles. Meanwhile, I'm rescuing the tadpoles out of my son's kiddie pool. Yes, we have been rescuing. I came inside, I was like, Austin, there's tadpoles! Get out here and help me! And, like, my husband's the type that, like, he jumps up and runs with me, and, like, we rescue things. Like, the other day we were driving, and, driving down the road, and we both kind of see it up ahead of us. There's something in the road. I don't know what it is yet, but it's obviously not supposed to be there. It's moving as some type of animal, so I'm already slowing the car down. I was driving. I put the car in park, throw the emergency lights on, and I go, like, running to it, and it's a little box turtle, and I got the box turtle, moved it out of the road, and my husband does that a lot too. We're both the ones. He'll call me. He's like, baby, I'm turning around right now. There's a turtle in the road. I'm going back. Oh my God, please, nobody hit it. And I'll listen to him on the phone, like, essentially, like, having an emotional breakdown on the phone with me because he's terrified somebody's about to hit it. And then he's like, okay, I've got it. All right, it's out of the road now. It's out. I'm running back to my car. All right. Sometimes it is. I didn't say over-exaggerating. I said emotional. Emotional breakdown. No, it's not bad. Name your cat whatever you want to name your cat. Look, if you do Samage, you can call it Sammy. Sammy Samage. Maui's name is actually, Maui has a middle name, so it's Maui Meowie. It's kind of funny. Don't do sandwich, do samage. Samage. Name her s'more. Training for smelling heart rate. I have posted videos on this. You'll have to go to my channel and look up scent training, and I have some breakdowns on how to collect samples for heart rate and how to self-train that. So just go look through my channel for those videos. You should be able to search it though on my if you're like on my actual channel, or if you just type in service dog paws and then scent training, and that should pull up a lot of the videos. Being exploded by bird. Oh my God, somebody video this. Fire iron. Use belly flop. Burr used water. Oh, thanks, Dr. Mama. Appreciate it. Yes. Maya's good. She's right here, like, falling asleep under the blanket. Oh, Allison, that's fun. Enjoy that. Yes, not look, there's a difference. Somebody said they live in Florida, not all tortoises go in water. That's a key difference, because turtles are typically aquatic or semi-aquatic, and then tortoises do not go in water. Tortoises are a ground shelled animal, and so I have a turtle here and I have a tortoise. So I have a musk turtle that is more aquatic. She doesn't really come out much. She has ways to come out of the water, but she's pretty much fully aquatic. She does not really venture out of the water, but she is a turtle. And then I have a tortoise. The tortoise does not have a body of water other than his water bowl, and he lives on dirt. So there is definitely a difference for those of you that don't know. And if you don't know what you're grabbing, and if you don't know if it's a turtle or a tortoise, or if it's aquatic or not, just don't put it in the water. Just put it on the ground. If you would like to put it near a body of water, that is okay. They still need to drink, but do not put it in the water if you are unsure, because it could drown. If it wants to go to the water, it will. Oh my God, Fire! Fire, why didn't I think of that? You are a freaking genius. He said, hey, Dom, you have heart problems. Have you ever thought of just taking it out and blowing on it? Clean out the valves. You're a genius. Why didn't I think of that? Mwah! Like, you're brilliant. Just brilliant. I've also considered maybe taking out my brain and you know, getting a Q-tip and just like kind of like trying to clean it to see if that would also fix, you know, anything. Just like jiggle it a little bit, see if I have one service dog. Oh, Jess, I'm so sorry. Maybe call around and ask local veterinarians if any of them will work with you on payments. Not all do, because many people have abused that system. But there's also like pet insurance and like care credit cards that you can apply for that can also assist. I hope you get it figured out. Oh, Allison, that sounds really nice. I'm so sorry for y'all's loss. Technically, all snakes can swim, but whether or not they should's a different story. Yep, put it near the water, referring to turtles and tortoises, and it'll decide for itself. It may go up and just take a little drink, or it might go in and go and be gone. She has a, oh my god, fire. Yeah, you're genius. Absolutely knows no bounds. You befuddle me. I cannot. You are truly just, you're mesmerizing. Dog thinks she's a fox. Oh, thanks, Fire. I appreciate that. No fixing my brain. You're probably right. Just autonomic nervous system dysfunction. Wait, are you telling me I can't get a brain transplant? Darn it. I was hoping for an easy fix there. Updated house tour. Oh, there's really not much to update. There's things in places. I have a living room. There's the kids' bedrooms. There's toys everywhere. I have a 1.5-year-old that likes to throw toys in my face. There's a cat tree, a very large cat tree that I showed a moment ago. It's taller than I am, right here. There is a smaller little cat tree. It's a little like cat scratching post. It's a separate piece, and it's got like a self-scratcher, and it's right there. There's a scratching pad for him to crawl on. There's, what else is new? There's some snake enclosures in front of me that went on top of a dresser. There's a tortoise enclosure and a turtle tank over there. Yeah, it's not much different. I'm gonna go flying. Can I fly? I think if I jump and I say just fly, like maybe I'll just fly. Is there a bet pool for fire versus burr? I don't know, but there should be. But I can't join. I'm biased. I can't be a part of the bet pool, though. It's not really that I'm biased. I don't think biased is the right word, because I love them both. Right? Brain transplant. Let me get a brain transplant, but leave my memories, please. That would solve everything. All the snake enclosures, they're just plastic Tupperware bins, basically. I mean, they're not Tupperware. They're like hefty bins, but still, they're just bins. Burr says, Dom, who do you support, me or fire? I support you both. I love you. I can't, nope, you're not getting me in that one. That's a trick question. I love you both. Fire! Doctors takes Dom's brain out. Also doctors. Where's that demonic whispering coming from? Sounds accurate. I'm so sorry, Allison. I really am. Oh, Pots. We need a national anthem for Pots. like a Potts anthem that we can sing. I don't know. Well, we have the really large cat tree. It's like a multi cat tree. um, there's the smaller one. We have he has like beds and blankets, and then there's stuff in the living room. He's got one of those window things, one of the little like ledge bed thingies that sucks into the window so the cats can like chill on it and like sunbathe. He's got one of those, and he's got another like actual like cat bed house in there, and it sits up on the top of the couch, and like he kind of goes from his window ledge to his little house, and then in here, most of his stuff is in here because if I'm not home, we put him in here and close the door in here because I have birds. He doesn't really mess with the birds, but still safety. So most of his things are in here that way because my birds are not in the bedroom. The birds are out there. So when I'm home, I'm out. He's fine. When we go to bed, we close the door. He stays in here. So I don't have to worry about anything throughout the night. And then if I leave the house and I'm not here, he's also closed in the bedroom. So most of his things are in here, like his big cat tree, because I want him to have, you know, if this is going to be somewhere where he's going to be confined at different points, most of his things needed to be in here. So yeah, just parts of being a responsible pet owner. Oh. Hi, sorry. Yeah, I don't always see every single comment, you guys. I'll start talking about things and then not even realize it's not directed towards me. Let's see. I have 4 snakes in my bedroom. Fire. I played the 5th. I love you both. I can't pick sides. I love you both. Yeah, we need a Potts team song. Well, do you want to see the snakes? Austin's good. He walked into the other room because he's watching some stuff on his phone and didn't want the video to get copyrighted by the music and stuff. I love all my family equally. Aww. Yeah, Fire, you've totally trained with Buddhist monks, right? Yeah, Austin was in here at the beginning of the live, though. Is there a reason I keep them in the bedroom? Yes and no. Convenience, I guess, is one reason, but another reason is I do have kids. Like, Liam knows not to mess with them, but Atlas is getting older, and Atlas isn't, he's a year and a half old, and so they're in the bedroom up on top of our dresser, so they are not easily accessible. They're out of the way. They have lock lids on them as well, but still, I do have kids, and it is more safer, but I mean, I also don't have anywhere else to set where else am I gonna set those? And yes, I know I had the tadpole tank in here, and then I put it outside on the porch earlier today. So that bucket is originally what we were saving all the tadpoles with, and then those cups is how we were scooping the tadpoles out of the kiddie pool in the yard, and then we were using the bucket to bring them in here to put them into the little tiny tank. So anyway, but yeah, those are the snake bins. So yeah, that's kind of up out of the way. We got the turtle over there. There's a tortoise tank enclosure down there. It's just convenient. We've got all of the dog stuff. That's Maya's dog stuff. There's the large cat tree. There's the little cat scratcher. There's the cat post with the self groomer. There's a lot of stuff the cat's knocked off. This has kind of become like random storage, honestly, that I need to clear out. There's a bunch of crap on the floor. That bottle I used for training with Maya. There's Maya's bed. That blanket was wrapped around to kind of make it more like a den for Maya, but I'm assuming the cat probably also tore that down because, you know, it's a cat. Yeah. I think that's about it. Sleeping in litter. What do you mean sleeping in litter? Seems concerning. Who said anything about litter? Talked about cat litter? Fedora, are you talking about cat litter? I need to know. That's kind of the best room. I'll pull him out. Atlas probably would try to eat him. I don't know. He wants to touch everything. What's the worst thing about having a service dog? Access issues. Oh, I don't care about my grammar. Leave me alone. The dance is cute, isn't it? Oh, I do. I very much love animals. He sleeps in the litter. We don't use cat litter, so... Well, technically, we don't use cat litter. Not traditional cat litter, and it's... Technically, my cat doesn't even really use a litter box. I'm just waiting for the questions to pop up about that. That's going to be funny. Are y'all going to freak out if I pull out the snakes? Because if you're going to freak out, you know, like, I won't do it. But if y'all can handle it, I'll pop out 3 of them. One of them's a little wiggly. I mean, they're probably, honestly, they're hungry. There's some bite. I may not pull them all out. We'll see. Attitudes. Because they're probably hungry and I don't feel like getting bit. My mom's a monkey. Let's see who is not in the fight. I'm not touching you. I already know you're a wiggler and I don't feel like dealing with a wiggler. Pandora, baby. How are you doing, girl? What you doing? Are you in a bitey bite mood? You pretty chill? Where's your head? Okay. Alright, here's one. This is Pandora. Pandora is a Saharan Sand Boa. She's almost fully grown. None of the snakes I currently have ever bit me, no. These guys, these little sand boas, they have pretty derpy looking little faces. They don't have regular mouths. These guys I would actually really recommend for beginners because they are just kind of a derpy, kind of chill kind of snake. I've actually got 2 of these guys. I'll pull the other one out and show you. But their mouths, it's not a traditional mouth. I know it's hard to see, but they don't have a traditional mouth, and their mouths, the inside, it's more like sandpaper. Think more of like a cat's tongue. So if these guys did bite you, it's really not going to bother you. And they're pretty chill. Who is spamming? Hey, mods, if somebody's spamming, we all go ahead and take care of that. Or did we get... Okay, I think I might see who was the spammer. All right, that's going to be the warning. If you continue to spam and say things that are triggering, we will have to mute you from the comments and put you in a potential timeout. And then if it continues after the timeout, we'll just have to remove you completely. We try to be respectful of everybody here. So just be respectful of the other people around so that we can all enjoy our time here. This girl actually came from a Repticon event. Let's see. Move that heater right there. Hey, big boy, where you at? I'm gonna use this to poke around. Because, hey, so I don't have food, okay? There's no food. I'm gonna grab you So this is Spartan. He is also a Saharan Sand Boa. If you guys look at the size difference, let me just kind of drop these guys down. Spartan is a male, but he is full grown. Pandora here on my left is a female. She is still got some growing to do. She's more of a juvenile. She will be a little larger than him, but he will not really grow any larger. So like I said, they got pretty derpy looking little faces, and we are hungry. And they hit hard when they eat. They're really fun to feed because of the way they do hit. They're really fun snakes to feed. But yeah, those guys, like, those are the ones that, like, I have no problem letting kids play with. I don't mind if my kid plays with them, handles them. They're just really mellow, chilled snakes. When people ask me, like, what snake should I get, like, as a beginner, what snake should I get for my kid, I'm going to say these guys always. Before I had them, I didn't really know about them, and so it wasn't something I'd recommend because I didn't really know about them to recommend them. But now that I've had them, honest to God, they are the best snakes. Like, they are really, really chill. You guys saw how I was handling those snakes. They really don't give a crap. Yep, that Repticon video, yep, that was Pandora that I got there. Maui, what are you doing? Okay, everybody's good. Cool. I do have other pets. Please don't knock my phone off, kitty. I mean it. Stop. This is an African black house snake. He's really squirrely. Like, he doesn't really chill. So I'm not gonna pull him out because I really don't want to deal with it. I might pull her out. We'll see what kind of mood she's in. Woo, hello. Somebody looks hungry. Are you gonna bite me? Because if you're gonna bite me, I'm not going out. It is about feeding time for these guys. So they get fed every week. Alright, can we get you, like, out of the strike pose? Please do. Okay. Now she's pretty hungry. I'm not going to keep her out. But this is Artemis. She is a ball python. No! Not doing it. And yes, she was about to eat my finger. I'm not doing it. Okay. I don't know how much you guys can see. She saw my finger and she went to about it. I'm not being bit tonight. But everybody's hungry. I usually don't feed until everybody starts coming out, so weekly feedings, but I try to wait until I start to see everybody coming out, because otherwise, if everybody, especially with the sand boas, they can be finicky to feed, just as the way they are. And so when I see everybody starting to come out, that's when I start to feed. And like Ajax, the black African house snake, he's not really out yet. I haven't really seen him. And so he's not quite ready to eat. And then Pandora was out, but Spartan wasn't out. He was still pretty buried. And so I look for activity at night. And when I start to see, which, heck, Artemis wasn't out, but when I opened up the enclosure, she popped her head out pretty quick. And so to make sure that I don't waste any food and that I'm not feeding before they're ready, I wait until everybody's out and, like, looking around, like, hunting for food, basically, before I feed. And so they'll all probably be ready to be fed in the next day or two, based on what I just saw from pulling, which Spartan, he doesn't quite seem ready to eat. I think Pandora would eat. Artemis will always eat. She's a fatty fat. And then Ajax, I don't see him out right now. And so he usually starts coming out when he's hungry. And so, yup. I did used to have a pet room. Oh, good boy. Is Fire abusing power? What are you doing? Yeah, I typically try to read my snakes pretty well. I try not to mess with them if they're irritated or agitated or when they're hungry, things like that. There's just no point in messing with them. Like, if you know that that snake does not want to be handled or that that snake is hungry, etc., and you mess with it anyway, if you get bit, like, it's your own fault and you asked for it. So, like Artemis, the ball python, I pulled her out, saw very quick. It was a little questionable when I was pulling her out, but sometimes she'll settle in and chill, but she wasn't chilling. And so she saw my finger. My finger looks like what she eats, you know, it looks like a pinky. Well, not, she's on like rat pinkies, but, well, she's more on rat fuzzies, not even rat pinkies, more like rat fuzzies now. But, yeah, you asked for it, so. The last one was a ball python. They get fed mice and rats. Did I call her Pandora because she lives in a box? Oh my god, fire iron, gold, metal. Look at you. I am not looking to train another service dog soon. My current service dog, she's like 2.5. Unless some like crazy thing happens, she has many, many years to work. Oh, Fire, you'll be fine. Yeah, Maya just graduated, so. Do I trust you? Absolutely. Do I put it beyond you to joke around, abuse your power, and do questionable things? Nope, that sounds like you. Doesn't mean I don't trust you, I just know what you do. I have shown feeding them in the past. I'm feeling okay. I'm starting to get more of a migraine right now, but it's probably because I've been live staring at a phone and talking for the past 62 minutes. So probably won't be on here too much longer. Oh, so if it was the audio, it was probably because my mic was pushed down into the bed. Hi, Cow Moo. Maui. Maui. He's messing up everything. Maui. Maui. Oh, yeah. Ah. Is Fire bullying Burr? Burr! Fire, I see that. I see it. Do not mute Burr. I did not realize that went. Fire. Well, I will say that Fire and Burr kind of do go back and forth, but you know what? Burr, I gave you power. Fight back. Fight back, Burr! Fight back! Yes, Fire, you're absolutely right. Contact with you is absolutely just awful. But guess what? Now you get to deal with Burr having power. Yay! I love that you guys have fun in the comments. Man, that AC sounds... okay. It's gonna be fun to watch. The lives usually are pretty entertaining, especially with Fire and Burr both on. I mean, we're talking years of Fire and Burr going back and forth. I'm just gonna say it now. I think they're secretly in love. Okay, we're not making any official claims or statements, but I suspect, I think, and we're gonna roll with it. Okay. Fire's getting roasted more than his name. Fire, you deserve that one. Burr, I said go with it. I know that you're a lesbian. That's not the point. You're supposed to go with it. Bisexual, whatever. You like girls. I know that. I really thought you were lesbian. I didn't even really realize you were bi, but hey, I like them all too. It's okay. Something about girls, like, I'm sorry, men, but like, y'all just aren't pretty. Meanwhile, you have girls over here, and it's just like, I could look at you all damn day. Like, I'm sorry, but something about women are beautiful. Men are, well, you know. No, we gotta pick on me. Come on. How young am I? How young do you think I am? Can we ask that? How young do you think I am? I'm telling. Austin knows. Austin, I think women are beautiful, and I think you're not. I love you. Oh, we think 22, 20, 26, 25. Kelly, you win. I am 25. I will be 26 in September. Like, you right on the money. Somebody give Kelly a gold star. Yeah, my first, let's see. I was like 20, 21, my first videos. 40. Fire iron, suck it. When's your birthday, Cal? Mine's the 30th. I'm a Libra. What are you? I look young. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Even though I dare say that all of these gray hairs do start to be giving me away, though. I'm actually, I mean, can we just go, we might as well just go ahead and call it as 26. I mean, I've got like, what, 2 months to go. I was about to say month and a half, but it's definitely, isn't it like August 1st? What's the date? Yeah, it's August 1st, so I got 2 months, but we might as well just call it as 26. Look at all of my Libras. Yes. Fire, give the gold star out. Okay, so,
I got my sister in third place to fifth place in the thing she's ever been. And like, she's so happy about it.
Lily said that she's telling Austin because I said women are beautiful and men aren't. And I like women because they're pretty to look at. Okay. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Sit down. Oh, concussions. Stay off the phone. Don't have TV time. Try not to read. Don't really do anything. It is not freezing. You're a baby. He's over here. It's so cold. Meanwhile, I'm in a freaking nightgown with my legs spread open with the air conditioner blowing right on me. And I'm over here hot. And he's over here fully clothed.
Like 68.
That's perfect.
67. Like, it is cold.
It's perfect. The live chat fight. Fire iron, you asked for it. Yep, dysautonomia, the heat. You get the heat intolerance, the, how would you word it? Your temperature does not regulate, have fluctuations, hot flashes, cold flashes, yada yada. Medical problems. I have dysautonomia in the form of POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I am hypermobile, so my joints are hypermobile. I have gastroparesis, irritable bowel syndrome. I'm anemic. I'm hypoglycemic, bordering the depths of diabetes, which is not fun, but managing it the best we can. I am not in need of insulin, but we are having to start watching my sugar. I'm having to start watching the things that I am eating because I'm kind of in that, like, pre-diabetes stage, and so that kind of sucks. That's like probably the one thing I'm most sad about right now. Honest to God, is that my blood sugar is being an asshole. But we kind of knew it was coming. So just trying the best I can to moderate my diet and watch what I eat and things like that. But it doesn't really matter because every time I eat, it doesn't matter what I eat, my sugar spikes stupidly. So doing what we can there. But what else? I say I'm anemic. I'm ADHD. I don't know. Migraines. I don't even know if I've said everything. Honestly, I don't usually remember every little thing. I usually leave something out, but that's kind of the gist of it. If you can't see the comments, try tapping on the screen. You can also exit out and come back in. In a way, I was born with the problems, yes and no. So, I mean, it's really hard to say. Like, I was a preemie. I was born with a lot of problems as a baby. I was in the NICU. When I was very young, like in second grade, so before second grade, I was having issues with things. If we go back to like gastro issues, and I underwent a bunch of gastro testing back then. They told me back then, or told my mom, I should say, that like I just had issues with constipation, which technically is a part of irritable bowel syndrome. So technically they were right, but they're not going to give a second grader, like chronic illness diagnoses if they think it's just like, oh, they're just constipated. But anyway, I started having gastro issues back then. That was pretty young. The fainting and the stuff with the POTS started coming on kind of like in puberty, later on triggered and affected more through pregnancy. The blood sugar issues were the hypoglycemia stuff, which is low blood sugar, was found and diagnosed when I was around 13, 14 years old. I had to start doing finger pricks and stuff back then. I was also, the anemia and the migraines were also diagnosed around the same age. What else? Most of the rest of the stuff, it took me getting older and things getting worse for us to really figure out the rest of it. But in a sense, yeah, I was kind of born with it. And just like age or maybe genetic markers and certain things maybe triggering them at different points in life. It's hard to really say. Yes, if you don't have them, they come in packs. So like with chronic illnesses, if you have one, usually you have 20. Oh my God, fire. I'm gonna turn the comments to my kindergarten fire. The blue wrenches are my moderators. They help regulate the channel chat. They can delete comments. They can put users in timeout who are spamming, and they can ultimately block people from being able to comment as well. Yeah, it's hard to say with illnesses like exactly where, because like with POTS can be triggered by a multitude of things. With the dysautonomia, it can be triggered by puberty, which is where I started to have issues with it. So I mean, I guess in a way I had some like maybe genetic or predisposed disposition for it. And then as I hit puberty, it started to come out. I later on went through some traumas, which trauma can also trigger it, and pregnancy can also trigger it. So over the years, it was also made to be worse. Some people, even without like additional factors, as they age, things can get worse, or as they age, the the illnesses can sometimes get better. In my experience, I have aged and gotten worse. So it's so hard to say. Everybody's different. So like, just because that's how it worked for me, we have other people here in the comments that also have POTS. And so just because it happened one way for me with illnesses doesn't mean that the other people in the comments that it happened that way for them. POTS has also now been linked to COVID. So some COVID patients are now being diagnosed with POTS after COVID, and COVID is now supposedly a link to getting POTS. And so Have I ever smoked? Have I ever smoked what? I don't know. It's okay. Look, I'm living my life. You know, like, we're good. We're good here. This is my normal, you know. How do I take care of my family and all the pets with your help? Seems like a lot. Well, if you haven't noticed, all of the pets I have are pretty low maintenance, and so that's pretty key. So like my snakes, I spot clean their cages. Like, you can spot clean as you feed and fill up water. Snakes only need to be fed once. It's not something that I have to handle consistently. They're more just for fun. The turtle, once a week I add water to her enclosure. I have made her tank pretty self-cleaning. So I actually have like a breeding colony of shrimp that are in her tank and some algae eaters. And so they keep the tank pretty clean, and then we have a filter in there. I go through and I add water to her tank once a week because the water level will drop down. I drop food pellets in there for her. She's on a Missouri food diet. And she's got a couple others because I do mix it up for her, but I drop her food pellets in to feed her every day, usually either in the morning or at night or both, because she's a fat ass and she will see me walk through the room and she will swim back and forth in front of the tank begging for food. The tortoise, I mean, he's the same thing as long as they have their heat lamps. They're actually on a timer, so I don't have to worry about cutting them off and on. The timer cuts them off and on every night and every morning. Same thing, make sure the water bowl's full. Drop food in there. The birds, fresh water, let them out of the cage. If you turn all the lights off, they'll put themselves to bed. That was something I had to teach Austin. It was kind of funny. He thought it was really cool the first time he saw it happen. So you let the birds out. I mean, I fill their food. They've got some pretty big food dishes, and so I fill their food like every other day. It's pretty simple. I mean, all in all, to go through and feed everybody might take me 5 minutes. The dog, she's trained. She's easy. Open the door, let her outside to use the bathroom, call her back. She comes running back. I don't have to walk her. I just have to feed her. The cat, he is pretty easy. He's got all of his things. He takes care of himself pretty well. Just got to feed him. And we aren't doing a litter box, so I don't really have to worry about that aspect. So yeah, it's just I choose low maintenance things. Now, if I had rabbits and guinea pigs and other animals like that, it would be more high maintenance. But I mostly have reptiles, and reptiles are generally pretty low maintenance. Yes, I have smoked in the past. I know that's a weird question, but yeah. It was more kind of, I said that more as just kind of a funny rhetorical question. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of funny. Yes, that's the tortoise I have. I have a sulcata tortoise here. Thank you.
Best present ever.
Fire, how dare you? I have lovebirds. Fire, you're such an ass. Go and block Burr from your other account. Stop being a butthole. I'm not using cat litter. Toilet draining a cat. Make it low maintenance on yourself. Somebody asked, what do you mean you're not using cat litter? Oh, yeah, my sulcata, what is he? He's like 2? Or she, who knows? I mean, I'm pretty much an open book. If I don't want to answer something, I'll either like joke around about it or avoid it. So ask what you like. If I see it, I'll see it. If I want to answer it, I will. Hey, Austin, here's one for you. How did Austin take to all of your disabilities and the whole service dog thing?
Welcoming.
Welcoming. He said he was welcoming. Honestly, though, me and Austin, we were friends as kids. Kind of like we went to school together and all that stuff, like skateboarded together, had the same friend group. Even though, granted, I didn't talk about all of my medical stuff when I was a kid. My best friend that passed away, he was really the only one that really knew about all of it. I didn't want to be the sick kid, and I didn't want people looking at me different, so I didn't really talk about it. Meanwhile, I always had a bag carried around. I always had like glucose meter in my bag, and I had my migraine pills and like other stuff in my bag, but I kept it very discreet. So even though me and him were really close growing up, he didn't even know about it. I didn't talk about it. My best friend Dustin, he knew about it because there would be times that where like my blood sugar would drop, and I'd be like, "Hey, like, can you go like try to find me like some candy or like some peanut butter crackers, please?" And my best friend Dustin, he would be the one to like, like run and get me something if my sugar was bottoming out or something. But I didn't really talk about it. But when we got older and like started to get together, he knew about it. At that point, I had kind of become more public to like friends and family and things like that. And I was on YouTube before we got together. And so I was more public about my medical problems. He came into the relationship knowing that they were there. I had already had a service dog. And I had Max, who was my retired service dog. And so he kind of came into it knowing about all of it. So I guess he came into it, welcoming. And then over the years, as my illnesses have progressed and things like that, he's been pretty good at just managing it with me, and he takes pretty good care of me. He may not want to do it, but he can actually hook me up to my pump if I need. For like my IV fluids, he knows how to do it. It gives him anxiety, and it scares the living crap out of him, because if you don't do it right, things can go wrong. But he knows how to do that. If I needed him to take my blood sugar, which I have a continuous glucose monitor on my arm now, so I don't have to do as many finger pricks, but if I do have to do a finger prick, he knows how to do that as well. Again, he may not like to do it, but he would. He'll run and grab meds that I need. A lot of times he'll catch me like starting to have symptoms or going into a medical episode. He'll actually catch it, and he can just usually either tell by like the way I'm walking or the way I'm talking or maybe by the way my face looks. But he's been a good one. He's been a really good one. Definitely the best at handling my disabilities, that's for sure. Yeah, mine's just a baby. How is my mental health doing, honestly? Honestly, my mental health is pretty good considering. I don't really get like depressed or anything. My anxiety, on the other hand, my anxiety has always been a struggle, but I do have PTSD, so anxiety kind of comes with the territory, and just like generalized anxiety disorder. So my anxiety has always been the main issue with my mental health, not so much depression. If my anxiety is managed, then like typically I'm good, and my anxiety is managed. My anxiety is managed with medications, and so I'm pretty good. Obviously, like I've got a lot of crap going on, and like it sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. It's my normal, and I still try to make the best of it. I laugh and I have fun. I have days where, maybe I cry because that day really sucked, but like overall I'm okay. I'm not using a litter box because my cat doesn't need a litter box because my cat's being trained to poop and pee inside of the toilet. Yes, Max lives a couple of houses up, so I see him a good bit. Yes, I do. I have the best husband ever. He's annoying as hell, but yes, he's the best. He drives me crazy and I don't like him, but I love him. True marriage. Hey, I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
See? If somebody else wants to answer, they can answer, but I do not want to answer.
Okay, I'm about to get ready for the bed.
All right, baby. I'm about to hop off. Do I think I have become dependent on my husband because of your issues with health? Example, you have anxiety when left alone with kids. Well, that example, I'm usually the main one taking care of the kids. And so, like, I don't have anxiety, like, left alone with kids. I don't feel like I've become dependent on him
I'm
as...
gone a lot.
Huh?
I'm gone a lot.
Yeah, he's usually at work. And so, considering the fact that he's not home the majority of the time, like, I can't really be very... don't lick my hands. I was touching snakes. Sorry, Maya. Considering that I have not... considering that he's generally not home... I can't really be dependent on him because I have to take care of not only me, but my kids. And so it's, I don't really know how to explain that. Like, I manage myself pretty well. I'm usually the one taking care of myself. I'm usually the one taking care of, like, running my fluids. Like, all of my medical stuff I handle, like, unless, like, I just really don't feel good and, like, I don't want to get out of bed because I feel really crappy. And then, like, I'll ask him if he's home, if he'll do this or if he'll do that, and he'll do it. But for the most part, I'd say that I'm pretty independent and that I strive to stay independent as much as I can. So... Couple girls. Jojo, hi Jojo. Yeah, Maya. Mwah. Jojo, Maya. Maya, she does steal the show, huh? She I steal the show. I steal the show. Take your collar off. Here's a Maya, Maya. Sometimes it can get scary. But I think you'd be crazy not to be scared at times. Stop licking. It's not my hands right now. When I wash my hands, you can lick me. Sorry, baby. Alright. You guys are funny. Alright guys, so I'm gonna hop off of here. It was really great chatting. We haven't really done this much. Oh my gosh, you needy. Hey yo. What are you doing? These are my loves. What's doing, my Mai? Where you going? Oh. Yeah? What now? What's he gonna, wait, we'll come back. Maya, the indecisives. Where are you going? Oh, she's laying next to me. There we go. We got a butt. We got a booty. We got a Maya butt. We got a Maya butt. What? Yeah. Oh, we want to play. Still want to, yeah, he wants to play. Oh, I know, I'm getting off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,